Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Steam Prison. And we are getting Elcreed's perspective now on the lovely kiss scenarios that just happened, but we didn't get a CG for, like, the kisses, and I'm disappointed by that. So maybe we'll get them later when it, like, really matters and we're in love with him, as opposed to, like, the bamboozle kisses, which basically just happened. So anyway, good night! And then she left. Her face beat red. All I did was kiss her. I was a little shocked that she acted like we just had our first time. Look, aren't you going a little fast? I put my glasses back on and looked towards the sofa where Ulrich was lying. He was looking at me, only his upper body raised from the sofa, and holding a thick book to his chest. I was like, a boot? What? Thick book to his chest. Oh, I didn't know you were here. No, I'm pretty sure you did. You wanted me to see this, right? I walked over and plopped myself down next to him. I'm not into that. Actually, that would be a lie. Figures. Don't you get fed up with just the ordinary stuff after a while? Sometimes deviance is fun. I don't care. Not my thing. Pasta is the same. If you only get the same day in and day out, you start to crave something really wild, right? Sex and pasta aren't the same. Maybe what's deviant here is just your brain. Ulrich, pasta is a deeply sexual dish. Creed is really fucking weird. He gets weirder every time he opens his mouth, and I'm not complaining. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's hear this theory. If a woman eats noodle soup, the chance is high that after each spoonful she'll lick her lips. Doesn't that fire you up? Nope. You really watch the woman's mouth all the time when you eat? So idiotic. I guess a poor lonely soul like you wouldn't understand. Alright, I know. I'll make noodle soup next time, and you can watch my lips. Like hell I'm gonna stare at your lips, you creep! Besides, you're a man! Ulrich, are you certain of that? Of what? That I'm a man. Do you have clear evidence? You clearly look like a man. You clearly like women. Irrelevant details. For all you really know, if you go deeper along this forest path you find, you'll find my pleasure gardens of sapphic love. I'm gonna walk away from the path, dispose of the map, and stay indoors forever. This game is so good. Anyway, are we getting derailed here? Kiss was too early. You were the one who told me to make a move. What? I said I wouldn't be surprised if you made a move. Not that you should. You're leading her around by the nose. If this confuses her so much that she can't focus on her guard duties properly and you die as a result, that's gonna be on you. Dying for love. That is a sweet ring. Dying isn't sweet, you idiot. Look, she's a woman. She lives right here in the mansion. Totally fine that you want to take it to another level, but it's too early. Are you in love or something? I wouldn't say I'm head over heels in love, but I'm very much attracted to her. Otherwise, I wouldn't have hired her. But, to be honest, I'm having a hard time really seeing her as a woman. Because she's your precious knight? That too, but also because she's from the Heights, I suppose. I still have doubts whether someone as freewheeling as me should court someone who's as new to it as she is. So you do think about that. But apparently that makes no difference because you're still courting her big time. Not at all. This is slow going in my book. If I'd wanted, I could have carried her back to my bed there. But I didn't. That's because that would be kind of rapey. So, like, I appreciate you not being rapey? I feel like if I'd slept with her, she would have turned into just another woman for me. I want her to be herself, more sacred. But while she's by my side, I also want to touch her and show her more of myself. Is this love, I wonder? Love or not, it's not normal. Yeah. Yeah? Man, what the hell goes on between your ears? No idea. Oh, I'm the handsome, mysterious man? You make me blush. I'm not complimenting you. Well, I have to disappoint you. The love of other men is misdirected at me. I'm not in love with you. Not at all. Not one bit. Ugh. Such a generous fool to keep talking to you. You should thank me for this. Oh, I'm very thankful. Thank you so much. I love you, Ulrich. Stop it. I don't accept anybody's love. I don't care about it. Frankly amazed no girl stabbed you yet. I've got a knack for moving first when they're about to thrust. Stop making sex jokes. I wasn't making... Oh, I see. That's how you took it. The imagination of 18-year-olds is truly wonderful. If that wasn't a joke, you said it subconsciously, weirdo. Come on now. Two weirdos need to get along. Shut up! I'm not a weirdo! Sure, if I check that book, it's probably a dirty one. Nope, it's a lexicon. A lexicon? Does it have euphemisms? Stop! No more of your imagination, you idiot! I'm going home. Bye. Die in a fire. I really fucking love this game. I don't know what it is. If I've been doing drugs. I don't know what it is, why this is so fucking like, the characters are just... It's the dynamics between them, because she's like, wait, what? No, please, don't touch me. Like, and Ulrich, die in a fire. It's just the way they are with each other. Like, and maybe it's not the same in the other routes. Maybe they're more like our typical, but these ones are just so much more light and jovial feeling than other characters that you normally get, where you're like, even Ulrich, is like standard character. We always have the tsundere character, right? But they're usually like, whatever, God, and they're assholes, but he is like an asshole in the funniest way possible. And it could just be because we aren't like, what? But you hurt my feelings. If you had die in a fire, you'd be like, okay, I'll go do that. Like, she would sass him back, which is funny. And the fact that he's saying it to like Elkreed, who has like, he's like, I love you. And he's like, die in a fire. And he's like, love you too, sweetie. Like, it just makes it so much nicer and less like, oh God, what a dick. You're like, he's such a dick, but it's funny. Like, it's just, I don't know, my amusement level is high, and it could just be these guys. I don't know. But we'll be able to enjoy it in Ulrich's route too, probably. Maybe our dynamic with him won't be as good, but I feel like he might irritate us and be like an asshole and piss us off, but it's going to be kind of in a fun way, and I'm sure she's going to give him as much sass back, so. Making fun of him will never get old. Now, what should I do? I always loved showing my love to others. I was good at it. But I normally did it only when I knew I was welcome. I'm just good at giving them what they want. And the kiss had been different. Besides, I'd hired her because I wanted to, not because I had to. I'd exploited her circumstances, telling her this was her best choice, because I'd wanted her close to me. She's so pure. I can tell her almost anything and she'll obey. What I told Ulrich is true. It would be trivial to sleep with her. But with Spacey, I found it hard to want that. I didn't feel right to sully the innocent night. It didn't feel right, sorry. At the same time, though, I wanted to know her better. As a woman, I wanted her. And the kisses had been the result of that conflict. I'm also young. I might just give in to impulses one day. I touched my lips and thought of her. I truly don't want to sully her. I'll have to do my best to rein myself in. So it's so kind of funny because he's like, I want to fuck her, but I don't want to do that to her. But like, damn, do I want to. Wait, what? He's like so confused himself. It's kind of adorable. Well, yeah, because he's like, I could fuck anyone I want. And he's like, I could fuck her if I wanted to, but like, I don't want to? Huh. Weird. Like, he doesn't quite get it? Morning. Well, morning. I woke up according to schedule, dressed, and put on my sword belt. I wonder what's going to happen today. I stared into the mirror absent-mindedly and touched my lips. What was I thinking? I need to consider my guard duties. Elkreed is my employer, and I'm his guard. Besides, kissing is more like a greeting in the depths. He never said as much, but it was an easy assumption to draw based on the events of the previous day. I shouldn't overthink it. It carries no special meaning. You've got an important mission, Spacey Testella. Clear your mind. I slapped my own cheeks to distract myself. Okay, let's go. Elkreed is awake. Elkreed was sitting on the sofa reading a newspaper. I approached him, taking care that it didn't look like I was disturbed by what had happened. I have to talk and act like always. Good morning, Elcreed. Yes, good morning. And there's breakfast for you over there. And thank you for protecting me today. Yes, I will. That went strangely normal. He spoke as evenly and politely as always. His demeanor was exceedingly normal and not in the least unsettling. Still, I felt something was wrong. I haven't been here long enough to judge what's normal and what isn't, but as soon as he had finished talking, he had reverted his gaze to the newspaper and not looked at me again or uttered a single word. Oh, this is where the fun comes in. The misunderstandings, right? But she's like, I don't want him to try to get frisky with me. And he's like, I've got to not do that to her. So he's like trying to act normal and be like, okay, don't look at her. Just like, whatever. And she's like, wait, so like you kissed me and now you can't even look at me? The fuck? You see what's happening here, right? It's like a Tomei, like, misunderstandings 101 right here. I poured myself a glass of water in an uncomfortable silence. With a small platter of bread and my glass of water, I sat down at the table. Are we going to the bank today? Yes, I'm a banker. I can only respond to that with a nod. I'll protect you on the way. I believe that'll be unnecessary. We'll take the carriage. Carriage? How unusual. The bank wasn't far from the mansion. Normally Elcreed walked there. Indeed, I've been invited to another district this afternoon. Another district? Outside Liberalitas, then? Yes, it's quite a boring trip, frankly. Would you like to come? Absolutely. You'd be in more danger outside your city. I need to accompany you as your guard. As my guard? Is something wrong? Oh no. Yes, you're my guard. No doubt about that. He thanked me for my protection and looked back at the newspaper. Something is wrong. I went over the day's appointments. Bank in the morning, another district in the afternoon. Going by carriage was far safer than walking, but it didn't offer perfect protection. There might be a highway robbery or an attack as we embark. I have to be alert. In the afternoon, we went outside Liberalitas by carriage directly from the bank. Our destination was Temperantia? Something like that. Apparently it was the largest district in the depths with the longest history. That was all Elcreed told me inside the carriage. As the one in charge of guard duties, this lets me concentrate better, but I still felt something was odd as I stared out the window. A gray world of machines and smoke. Is all the depths like this and not just Liberalitas? For someone like me who had been convinced the depths had no civilization whatsoever, it was overwhelming. If I weren't on a mission, then I'm sure I could just stare at it forever. But I couldn't. The danger of attacks was real. I touched the hilt of my sword, waiting patiently for us to arrive. Eventually, we stopped in front of a large building and were led into a generous reception room. Everything looked like it came from the heights. This room reminds me so much of the heights. The furniture, the decorations. Except for the more humid air, I would have been convinced I was in the heights. About 100 years ago, interior design like it's done in the heights was popular here. I assume this building was designed back then. The people hated the heights, but their designs were popular? Ulrich hates carrots, but he still eats vegetables. It's the same thing. I see. It sort of made sense, but not really. Well, here's the thing, too. Like, where do you think the heights gets rid of their shit? Like, literal and figurative. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're gonna change the style. Like, all of us... Has it, like, well, we built the heights and the style has never changed in hundreds of years? So obviously, at least 100 plus years, there's been this distinction. But, like, think of how architecture and style and everything changes over time, right? 100 years ago, the style was different than it is now. Right? 1920s, 2020. Totally fucking different style. So, like, at some point, they might want to change their style for... Where do you think they're going to get rid of all that fucking shit that doesn't fit? Just, like, in a giant warehouse somewhere, half of the heights would fall apart. So they're probably like, let's just pack it in that fucking elevator and just, like... That would take a lot. Throw it off the edge. I'm just saying, like, so it's not, like... Maybe no one thought about that, but I'm thinking about it. Because, like, I think of the weirdest shit. So, like, would they, like, oh, we just dump our shit in the hut, and then people in the depths are like, oh, cool. New furniture. Neat. Like, And they're like, yeah, this is our style. This is what it used to look like in the Heights like 100 years ago. Yeah, when you got sick of that furniture and you got rid of it, we took it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you go to like any secondhand store, you're like, oh, that's a cool couch. Someone got rid of this couch, but I'm going to take it. Or like people get rid of like their old furniture. Like so many people have like recycled furniture. You might have a nice couch from like 100 years ago that you reupholstered and redid. You know what I mean? Like maybe we just recycle all their old shit and that's why our designs look the same. Because how else would we know what it looks like up there? Aside from the fact that there's always going to be people that like, I touched that girl's hand by accident, so they threw me down here for being a creep. So. And they told me to take a chair with me because I was trying to get rid of that furniture in that boardroom. Just like really confused. Like, I mean, come on. Anyway. It sort of made sense, but not really. As I pondered his strange explanation, a door opened and an aging man appeared. He carries papers bound with string. His clothes were refined and expensive, and he carried himself with the air of someone powerful. Nice eye patch, bro. Oh, I wonder if that, like, that shows he's, like, the leader of Liberalitas, and this is, like, the leader of whatever Constantinople, where the fuck we are. I apologize for keeping you waiting, Mr. Valentine. As soon as he stepped in front of us, Elcreed bowed very deeply. I did the same. By no means. Thank you for inviting Mr... Is it supposed to be Nue? Like, no way? No way? Temperans? Temperans I get, but like... Nue? I don't know. That's too many fucking vowels, and we're gonna go with Nue. It's just easier to say. Well, whatever. Temperans, whatever. So that's his name. And the district was called Temperantia. From that and Elcreed's behavior, I surmised that he was, without a doubt, the district's ruler. Who's the woman? Aforementioned decoration from the Heights? Decoration? Yes, she is. I'd request her presence during the talks. Of course, but decorations do not talk. Have no fear, she's well-mannered. Haha, you're very fond of her. I wonder what other designs you have for her. Oh, apologies. That's hardly my business. No offense taken. We're quite busy these days. Could we skip the formalities? Naturally. Please sit down. Nay-way? Maybe. Okay, anyway. Handed the papers over and gestured toward a seat. At least Nay-way is actually... That's actually that's kind of an interesting name. I don't hate that one. I literally hate Laetitia, whatever the fuck, and all the fucking women's names they have, what the hell, but Newe is kind of cool. Could be Nue, but Newe. It's interesting, I like it. It has an interesting flow to it. Okay. Gestures, okay. I stood diagonally behind Elcreed and watched the proceedings. Elcreed undid the string and read the contents. Oh. Kerning Ulset. So that's his name. Yes, or rather it was. You killed him. Huh. Elcreed had killed him? I was completely taken aback, but Elcreed only nodded politely. 2 days ago, your secretary was sent to Liberalitas to... Oh, that was Elcreed. And 2 days ago, your secretary was sent to Liberalitas to deliver documents to me. And I shot him. Uh-huh. Yes, we have recovered the bullets from his corpse. Neue retrieved the bullets from a pocket and threw them towards Elcreed. He caught them. No doubt about it. These are my bullets. And this picture in the documents. I think I've seen him before. He was a very capable man. True loss for us. Didn't he scream die, though, at us? I'm just saying, right? Like, it was pretty obvious he was trying to kill us. This guy's trying to fuck us up. The face. I looked at the picture that Elcreed was tapping on. But it was the man who tried to kill Elcreed 2 days earlier. Delivered documents. That's a lie. He shouted he was going to kill him. I told you. Elcreed bowed to the ringleader of his planned assassination, his expression placid. I had no idea he was your secretary. My deepest apologies. Doesn't he remember? No, he said he remembers him. He must remember. So why... While I was still confused, the conversation continued. I want more than your apologies, I'm sure you know that. Yes, of course. We'll pay the reparations stipulated. Elcreed took a pen from his pocket and signed the paperwork. Allow me to offer my apologies again for depriving you of such a capable man. Oh, you're still young. Mistakes are made. I do hope you'll be more careful from now on, Mr. Valentine. I'll strive to. Thank you for the suggestion, Mr. Temperans. He looks pissed. Of course! Guiding inexperienced administrators like you is also part of my job. Part of your job, trying to kill someone and then blackmailing them for money? The discussions were eventually concluded and Elcreed and I left without delay. I wonder what just happened. He had no fucking choice. I mean, like, what's he gonna do? Fuck you, you tried to kill me! And then this giant, the biggest fucking district in the depths, would take him fucking down in an instant. You know what I mean? So, I wonder what just happened. That's what just happened. There would be no need for reparations in a case of self-defense. Is that different in the depths? I had a lot of questions, but Elcreed didn't speak. I sensed like he wasn't in the mood for talking either, so I said nothing. Instead, I looked out of the window. By the time we returned to his mansion, it was dark. I ate something light and went to my room. Elcreed, after our return, he had gone to his room without eating. He looked the same as always. Even his last words before we parted were the same. Still, something was clearly wrong. He'd been odd the whole day. I wonder if it's just today or... I pulled the curtains aside and saw someone in the garden. Is that? Oh my god, look at how pretty the garden is. Yes. It was Elcreed. He was just standing there, staring at nothing in particular. Elcreed? 2 years. He raised his head and looked at me with lilac eyes. He's not wearing his glasses, is he? If you hear the words 2 years, what does that remind you of? 2 years. My time as an officer. I worked there for 2 years. I see. Did those 2 years feel long? Short? Short. It was over in the blink of an eye. I see. I think so too. I established Liberalitas 2 years ago. 2 years? Yes, he talked about that before. You made all this in 2 years? Yes, well, 2 years ago my position was the head of the Valentine Bank. At the time, the district was called... Verator? A tyrant ruled us. I did have business dealings with him, but... I had reasons enough to force him to leave. Verrator, whatever, was abolished, and Liberalitas took his place. That happened 2 years ago. Obviously, I'm the most powerful man in Liberalitas, but our standing among the more storied districts is very low. Liberalitas is inferior in every respect. Our territory is small, and so is our industrial base. Without trade, our economy would collapse. That's why I have to accept even unreasonable requests like the one today. You know it was unreasonable. Of course, who wouldn't remember the face of the man who tried to kill them? The other districts think that I lack the experience to maneuver their politics and try to annex us one way or another. If I was an idiot, I'd accept their silly proposals, get upset at their slights, or try to take revenge. But Elcreed Valentine is a smart man. Is very smart. See, he didn't say smart man. Elcreed Valentine is very smart. Well, it's weird when you talk about yourself in third person. Oh, he does have his glass on. Just didn't look like that way from the side profile. I won't do that. I have to bow my head and think of the people here who depend on me. He's kind of fucking noble. For, like, taking one for the team, you know what I'm saying? Are you happy with that? Yes. If all I have to sacrifice is some of my feelings, then I'll do it any day. You're out here right now looking like that because you can't just sacrifice your feelings. Looking like that? How do I look? Sad? And upset? I see. I'm too young. I still have a lot to learn before I'm opaque to them. I prefer to show off. Being a miserable sight's not my style. Elcreed, is it too self-centered to ask you to bear it to me at least? You want the miserable version? Yes, I'm your guard. I want to be the one who's closest to you. Show me the self you can't show to others. The self that looks miserable. I can't offer you much, but I can listen. Just please, don't carry this weight alone. No, it's a weight I need to carry alone. Besides, you're my guard. You have no duty to do all that for me. Yes, I apologize for my indiscretion. It's for the best. I don't know what I would do to you otherwise. Do to me? Yes, I told you before that love is free and infinite, and that if others seek it, I'll give it. But you're not seeking my love. You're the one-sided object of my adoration and imagination. I'm sure you're doing this because you're caring and good. I shouldn't exploit that. I don't want to pluck such a rare flower meaninglessly. You're my knight. You are special. I don't want to sully you. No, I must be sullied. Wow, well, girl, I don't think you realize what you just said. Do you? What? A knight serves their master. They crawl through the mud, covered in blood, and kill his enemies. That isn't possible unsullied. He's like, I don't want to sully you. And she's like, I need to be sullied. And he's like, what? Shit. Girl, I don't think you knew exactly what he was saying. I get where you're going, but he's over here like, huh? Oh, yeah, that. Sure. That is not how he wants to sully you, but props to her for that line. I need to be sullied. Already? I don't want to be a decoration. I want to serve and protect you. Show me, teach me who you really are. It's getting kind of romantic really fast. What a hard request. I've almost lost sight of who I was. Showing you that is... If you've lost sight of who you are, we'll look for it together. Just don't suffer alone. I have my own way of thinking. I don't want to lay everything bare. We haven't even known each other for very long. But, all right. I do think I could tell you more of myself. As you just saw, I can wilt quite quickly under pressure. Isn't that funny, considering how high and mighty I act otherwise? Please protect me, if you still would. Yes, gladly. Thank you, my knight. Elkreed smiled softly at me and touched my hair. He ran his fingers over my ears and down my cheeks before tracing my neck. Today, I won't kiss you. I'm already quite happy. He had gently embraced me. I was surprised, but accepted it. He's so tall and muscular, but then the weight he had to carry was overwhelming, and it made him seem so small to me. There wasn't much that I could do, but I still wanted to help him. The night was dark and silent, without moon or stars, but my wish to help was clear and bright. Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta adjust. My fucking hip hurts like a motherfucker. Goddamn couch is the fucking worst. Oh, the cushions just suck so bad. I literally adjust them like 4 times a day. And I'm sorry. Oh, crap. Sorry, that's just me dropping my mouse as I'm trying to I don't know which way it goes as I'm trying to fucking adjust and sit comfortably. As the days went on, I continued my guard duties. The rhythms of life in the depths were becoming more familiar to me. Part of me was uneasy about that. I felt like being too accustomed to all this was dangerous. Sorry, I gotta readjust again. God. After all, what about my parents' murderers? My parents' murders. What about the stain on my family name? Throughout my quiet days, inner turmoils raged inside me. I was perpetually reminded of the past by the tower's enormity, visible from wherever I was. Life was good in Liberalitas. I had essentially accepted my new role here. I couldn't decide whether I wanted to leave the past behind me or to cling to it. The embers of anguish smoldered, never cooling. Elkreed, good work today. What are your plans for this evening? Oh, are you asking me out on a date? No, I'm asking as your guard. Thank you for your diligent answer, my knight. You're impeccable as always. I have a dinner party tonight. I'd like you to come. A dinner party? But don't worry, this time there are no extremists present. They won't mind if someone from the Heights attends. There are those who don't? Yes, the guests have something they are more interested in than birth. I doubt they can afford to criticize it. I see. Very well then, Please let me attend. Thank you. I'll arrange for a change of clothes. Change of clothes? Yes, I had a dress made for you for just such an occasion. A dress? Oh, you don't know what a dress is. And there's a very large variety of them, so it's a little difficult to explain. To suffice it to say that the orthodox variants have skirts about yay long. No, I know what a dress is and what they look like as well. I was surprised by the necessity to change into one. Because I entered your name on my reply, and I also made a bit of a bungle of it. A bungle? Elcreed grinned and nodded. You see, I didn't know the spelling of your last name, Testella. After thinking about it for a while, I ended up writing Valentine. How does anybody make that mistake? If you make it on purpose. It happens. The ways of the world are mysterious and terrifying. I like how his face was so serious. Like, it was an accident. He's like, the ways of the world are mysterious and terrifying, so I wrote my name down. You see, as I wondered how to write Testella, I eventually decided to just scribble down something. Scribble down? So, being too used to putting my own under documents, that scribble turned into Spacey Valentine. What? But you could have crossed it out right then or written a new reply. Documents remain long after our deaths. I wouldn't want something crossed out to outlive me. Imagine the future societies displayed the writing of the famous Elcreed Valentine in a museum with a plaque decrying my childish mistakes. No, that's unacceptable. Elcreed. He's like, it was an accident, and I swear, I can't. People would think I'm stupid. You're like, you son of a bitch. I love him so much. And there we are. I want you to attend as my pro tempore partner? Dude, that's in like Latin or some shit. Anyway, unless your clothes conform to the bare minimum expected, I would be shamed. Do you want them to laugh at me? Oh, this is a new one. I don't. Thank you. I look forward to you in a dress. Please change right now. Someone. I show her to the dressing room. Help her also with the makeup. Makeup? Yes, I shall expect you later. Elcreed disappeared with a smile as a female employee came to take me to the dressing room. I do not remember the rest. I changed clothes as they told me, sat down in a chair, and had the makeup applied. Before long, Spacey the bodyguard was gone. I want to see this. What am I supposed to do? What's the right thing to do now? I'm back? Uh-huh. He's like, why are you hiding behind the pillar? I'm embarrassed. Please let me see it. No, I really shouldn't be wearing a dress. I can't pass judgment on that without seeing it. Stop resisting and come to your master. Ugh, don't blame me if it looks bad. I worked up all my courage and showed myself to Elcreed. We're gonna look gorgeous. I need a CG of this. He fell silent as soon as he saw me. Please, God, I need a CG. I need to see this outfit. See, it's unspeakable. It must be horrible. I know. I'll go and change back. No, that won't be necessary. He held me back by the hand before I could turn around and leave. In fact, it looks incredible. It's much more beautiful than I had imagined. I apologize for my stunned silence. You don't have to be considerate. Oh, I'm serious. It's so beautiful that I'd like to write a song of praise and have a medal forged for myself, the one who selected the dress. Elcreed took a step towards me and lifted my chin. He made to kiss me but stopped at the last second. I felt his breath on my lips. I'm glad I could stop myself. Kissing you now will ruin the lipstick. He kissed me on the neck. Oh, God. I knew he'd do this, but I'm glad you stopped. My heart fluttered when he touched me, as if my soul was being tickled. I was confused. I'm his guard. It shouldn't feel so soft. Remembering what was and wasn't appropriate, I took a step back to create some distance. I'm glad it doesn't look unusual. That's good. I'm happy you can accept it. What's your personal opinion? I can accept it is the right answer for him. Perhaps she'll laugh at me for saying this, but the dress itself looks adorable. I think I can accept it, I suppose. I'm sorry, it's not my place to say so. I'm sure it must look abominable. No! It looks very good on you. How shall I put this? It's very cute to see you blush as you speak. I was engaged in a battle with the demon of lust inside me. He's like blushing, it's fucking adorable. Lust? Yes. It commanded me to rip that forget what I said. I'm very glad that you like the dress as well. It commanded me to rip that dress. Okay. He's like, nah, I'm just gonna stop right there. Oh, Elcrete, I love you. Oh. I entirely forgot that it hasn't been all that long since I wore a dress. It was a memory from the Heights. It really hadn't been all that recently. I remember trying on a wedding dress with Finn. Finn? Who's that? Your boyfriend? Huh? Or was he your partner? Were you even married already? What? No, I wasn't married. Finn was just a colleague. I was only trying on the dress. It wasn't a wedding. I see. That's good. I mean, no, it isn't. I wouldn't have wanted to see you in I would have wanted to see you in a wedding dress too. I want to have you wear one. My God, I couldn't read any of that. Elcrete! You want to see me in a tuxedo too, right? God fucking yes. Yes. Also, I want to see you out of that suit. I like you in it, but I'd like to see you out of it too. What? Nothing. Never mind. I don't care. Can you ignore the wedding element? Are you really sure I should attend the dinner? I'm from the Heights and ignorant of your customs. I'm sure it would inconvenience you in some form. Would you accept it if I went with a different woman? What do you mean? The dinner today is for couples. It wouldn't be hard for me to ask a woman to go with me. But would you accept that? Elcrete was free to go with whomever he wanted, and it wasn't my place to complain about that. We weren't married, engaged, or in any kind of personal relationship. It was really none of my business, but I do want to be the one next to him. I wondered if I thought that way out of a desire to guard him. If I wasn't his guard, would I still feel the same way? I asked myself. I wouldn't like that. If something were to befall you, I could defend you. I don't think a different woman would be able to do that. So may I interpret this as non-acceptance? As your guard, I advise against it. As your guard, I think. All right. That's enough for now. That wasn't a fair question. Apologies. I didn't want to feel like I'm always pushing my love on you. I want to feel like you wanted me near you as well. Oh, Creed. We are knight and master. Our relationship goes both ways, and I want both of us to care about the other. And that was a long conversation, wasn't it? Let's go, my knight. Yes. Yes, I'm a knight. I was his knight, his guard. Wanting to be near him was natural. Then why does my heart beat so fast? How do I really feel about him? You love him. 'Cause I love him. I know, I'm like, how do I really feel about him? Oh, we love him. I'm so excited. We are the little voice of love in the back of her head, like, you love him! And she can't quite hear us because we're not loud enough, even though I'm trying to run. Your brain is so big. Oh my God, there's so much. And I'm trying to, you love him! And I'm trying to scream it to you, but you can't hear me in this fucking room. It's too goddamn big, so. And I can't run. I don't run, so it's really hard. That's why it's going to take a long time for you to realize that you love him, because at some point I'm going to run face first, right up close, and be like, you love him. And she's going to be like, oh my God, I love him. And it'll be like, oh, thank God. I'm so tired of running. And then I'll just fall on the floor and roll for a little while. What? I mean, it's legit. The party was already thronged with people when we arrived. Everyone's so finely dressed. Their manners are of a royal standard. Women are giving me piercing looks from all directions. Are they looking at me because I'm from the Heights? That seems unlikely. Elcrete had assured me that my birthplace wouldn't be an issue. I must be imagining this. I'm really getting too nervous. They're looking at you because you are the hottest man in the room. Brushing my worries aside, I looked around. This place is so... just like the building we'd visited outside Elcrete's district. This place was built in a way very reminiscent of the Heights. It felt almost like I wasn't the Heights. It's more than just similar. I could swear I've seen this exact room before. But where was it? Elcrete and I were walking with arms linked. I leaned closer to him. Who are the people in attendance? This is a gathering of particular renown, attended by the wealthy. Almost all the great families of the depths make an appearance. Of particular renown? And you brought me here? Actually, why are you still in your usual clothes? But for me, attending this ball is a duty more than anything. Then why can't I also... No, that wouldn't do. I would lose motivation. But... I get to look at you in this beautiful dress, my love. I could accomplish anything tonight. Love? You're joking again. Well, you certainly don't seem to trust me when matters of love are concerned. I suppose you can't be blamed, given how I normally am. Knowing that and doing nothing about it is impressive in its own way. Another thing you fell in love with. Like I'm trying to tell you Never mind. I'm trying to tell you Never mind, because I kind of do love you. Damn it! What the fuck? I love it. I quietly ended the discussion and thought about what Elcrete had said. Almost all the wealthy families. I made the right decision to attend. Oh, you want to land a rich man. You make me jealous. I'm right next to you, you know. Jealous? No, I'm going to ignore this one. It's not what I mean. A gathering of the affluent will attract disreputable folk as well. If the gathering were to be attacked, I could protect you. I made the right decision in coming. Thank you very much. Playing the fool a little allowed me to understand your motivation. But there's no need to worry. Security is very strict. Short of an earthquake, a flood, or some similar disaster, we're all safe. Well, I mean a flood. In fact, I worry about you, if anything. Because I'm from the Heights? Yes. No. You're too beautiful to be ignored by the less scrupulous men here. Although they all had to bring a female companion, why, that could be anyone. And so here we are, surrounded by many very stylish people fishing for the opposite sex. Fishing? Yes, looking for prey. Looking for prey would be a less euphemistic way of stating it. Both men and women here are looking for a partner. Not everyone, of course. Prey? Good evening, Elcrete. Your companion is very beautiful. Good evening, my lady. Thank you for inviting me. Oh, was she saying it bitterly? Because, it's a party for couples, so you can't show up alone. That's usually swinger parties. You can't show up alone, because, you gotta bring your partner with you before you swing with other people's partner. You know what I mean? Is that not what we're here for? She would be like, what the fuck? He wouldn't allow that to happen. Your dinner parties are always so fashionable. Thank you, and it's all thanks to you. What does she mean? A few years ago, the lady here proposed the establishment of a slightly different kind of dance hall. I'd only ever seen the Heights once. I based my suggestions for the dance hall on my recollection of what I'd seen. So he's seen the Heights once he's been there. The Heights? Someone from the depths was allowed into the Heights? Yes. It was the 400-year commemoration of St. Eune's reign. My father was invited as a representative of the depths, and we attended together. St. Eune's anniversary? But that means I also... No, I shouldn't think about that in front of them. I shouldn't talk about that in front of them. So he was we were someplace... Oh my god, you're gonna be like, I remember you from when I was a child. I always loved you. Let's not get that weird. 400... Okay. Unless Ulrich is also, immortal. Because Yune's been around for 400 fucking years. But I'm just saying, I just really want to know why Ulrich hates him so much. Ulrich is so fucking hateful of that. It's like Yune is dad or some shit. He's my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. What? I don't know. I'm just banking on some kind of weird family relationship here. I don't know. Something. Yune killed his mom. Something, man. There's gonna be some kind of weird-ass fucking twist. I quickly stopped myself, thinking that letting her know I was from the Heights would only have made things more difficult. St. Eune's 400-year commemoration party. I was quite sure my father had dragged me to that party. Not entirely, though, because at the time I had been all but 5. I remember there were even more people than there are here tonight. Well, he would have been 12, So it would have been really creepy to be like, I saw this beautiful 5-year-old. Okay, you were 12. It's not like you were 7 and she was 5. Like, you know what I mean? Where you're like, you're little kids together. That would have been too much of a fucking age difference. So that's creepy. Please don't go that angle. And apparently Elkreed had been there. That made me strangely happy. By the way, Elkreed, is it true that you've married? What? I looked at Elkreed in astonishment. His eyes twitched in surprise as well. Then he smiled, realizing something. He's like, what? Because he wrote Valentine. Oh, I put that on the invite. A simple mistake. We haven't taken that step. Yet. Oh, I see. And then who might she be? The lady looked at me, apparently waiting a response straight from the horse's mouth. Elkreed. I'm his body. We hardly know each other. We're supposed to say I'm his girlfriend. I should probably stick with his story. I'm his girlfriend. Elkreed, not the woman, was the first to reply. I see. Why are you more surprised than her? I'd anticipated that he was going to say something along the lines of, yes, we're an item, goodbye, but apparently that wasn't the case. They're like, I'm his girlfriend. He's like, what? That's what I want. That's what he wants so bad. I'm not? Apparently you are. You two must be very happy. Yes, we're very happy right now. Elkreed put his hand around my waist and kissed my hair. That tickles. I'm glad you enjoy each other's company, so. And that said, I'm glad to hear you're not married. Elkreed is the object of adoration of many here. There'd be widespread misery if he took a wife. I see. I'll be careful not to listen to their siren call. Siren call? I looked after the lady as she walked away and the other guests. She was right. Many women were casting Elkreed, and me, glances. So I wasn't imagining it. Their gaze was as warm as the sun when turned to Elkreed, and as cold and sharp as ice when directed at me. Yeah, but could you imagine being like, I'm his wife, bitches. That just sounds like a whole lot of stress. Look, Elkreed, you're sexy and I love you, but if these bitches are going to glare daggers at me, it's going to really just put a damper on my life. I can get used to being looked at, but this is... What confuses me is that they're all more beautiful than I am. And not just their looks, their demeanor was more refined as well. They fulfilled the ideal of beauty in every way. I was merely dressed up, unworthy to be mentioned in the same breath. But see, that's always how you feel about yourself, right? You're always going to look and be like, oh my god, these women are so much more beautiful than I am. But there is always going to be someone that thinks you are the most beautiful woman in that room. Even when you're like, are you fucking nuts? And that's all we need. We all just need to find our Elkreed who was like, you are the most beautiful woman in this room. They're just like, whatever. And you're like, are you fucking crazy? They're literal supermodels and I'm a fucking potato. And he's like, I think potatoes are sexy. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta find someone who loves potatoes that much. That's all I'm saying. I knew the women scare you in some fashion. Elkreed whispered the words to me as he wrapped his arms around my shoulder. I understand full well of my own position and how they view me. I'm not that thick. I understand the position you're in as well. You don't fear assassins or robbers. What are you afraid of right now? There's nothing attractive about me compared to these women. Someone just put makeup and a dress on me. I can't move and act refined like they can. Look at my hand. The lady we just spoke to had lovely hands, but mine are scratched and rough. You can see the scars left from my blisters. I'm so embarrassed. I love your hands. He took my hand and kissed the back of it. And they're the hands of a knight, and they show work. Be proud of it. I'm not good with social events like these either. My parents dragged me to many social functions when I was a child so I'd get used to them, but I didn't like the atmosphere or the dancing. Once I turned into adult, I made up reasons why I couldn't attend. If I'd known this would happen, I should have taken dancing lessons. Well, I can give you a dancing lesson. Right now? Yes, I'll guide you as we dance. Look at how princely he looks! He's like a glasses-wearing prince. Why do they always have bangs? What's with the bangs? At least she doesn't have jellyfish hair, though. You know what I mean? Her hair is actually one length, as opposed to, like, when, like, here's her haircut. It's all short here, and then there's the long tendrils. But, like, my god, he looks sexy as fuck. I love it. I love him so much. Elcreed led me toward the center of the room. They were looking. Ignore everyone else here. Look at me and me alone. Elcreed pulled me along by the hand to the rhythm of the music. He does look like a glasses-wearing sexy prince. I love it. Elcreed moved with grace and elegance while I stumbled after him like a newborn kitten. I could hear those around me snickering. Good God. I wanted to run away or disappear, but I couldn't. Elcreed firmly held my hand, his hot gaze enough to keep me from fleeing. And just be yourself. That's all you need to do. And be proud and tall, and look at me with clear eyes. If I do all the dancing alone, it doesn't work. It's the same with love, but I can guide you. I'll support you with the things you can't do. Don't be afraid and feel my movements. Let me rule over everything you are. Well, let me rule over everything you are for a moment. Let me rule over everything you are for a moment. Okay. Spacey's nosebleeds. A few hours later, it was around midnight before the dinner party finally began to dissolve. Although we'd taken the carriage to the party, we disembarked on the way home and walked on Elcreed's wishes. I was totally exhausted, but Elcreed next to me was the image of vigor, striding home energetically. The air feels so nice. It's so quiet and there's nobody around. We have the world to ourselves. Are you tired from the dinner party? Of course not. There was good food and wonderful dancing. It was fun. I see. It's still incredible to me that you can walk into a place like that and feel at home. Must be the mark of the powerful. Oh, I'm sure it is. After all, Elcreed Valentine is very powerful. You like talking about yourself in the third person, huh? On the other hand, just like the last party, I can't just do whatever I want. I have to maintain a certain appearance. Sometimes I forget it myself, but I am in fact the representative for Liberalitas. How I behave affects how the city is seen. So when I attend these functions, I have to make sure I don't shame not just my family, but all the people here too. I see. When I met you, I thought you were an overconfident man. Is that so? But only when you met me? After all, Ulrich describes me that way all the time. Yes, only when I met you. I thought that, excuse me, you were conceited and pretentious. But I can't really explain it yet, but it seems you weren't exaggerating wildly. What? Is something wrong? No, my heel is stuck in the stone pavement. Oh, the heel is broken off, it seems. I'm sorry, I'm not used to wearing these. Whoa! And now I'm stumbling as well. How pitiful. It's going to take me a while to walk like this. Please go on ahead. And leave you behind here. I would never do that. I was sitting on the pavement. Elcreed bowed down to me and reached under my knees and arms. I was like, he's still going to carry us. Please, God, we need a CG of that. What are you? It isn't very far. I'll carry you home. But please let me down, Elcreed. Don't struggle, please. I don't want you falling on the pavement. But don't worry. I want to thank you for dancing with me tonight. This is so conspicuous. What if someone stabs you from behind? From behind? There's nobody craven enough to do that here in Liberalitas. If the other districts send someone to kill me, well, I suppose I'll meet my maker. That isn't funny. Let me down. No, if I do get stabbed from behind, know that I'll die happy and accept my fate. Happy? Like this? Yes. I'm a coward, so I can tell you everything I feel. So I can't tell you everything I feel. But being with someone I can open up to, and oh my god. Yes, I'm a coward, so I can't tell you everything I feel. But being with someone I can open up to at least a little makes me feel very happy. Makes me very happy. I can't know why. Okay, you know what? I don't know why I couldn't read that for the life of me. This might be the first dinner party after which I don't feel vacant and empty. Really? Yes. Not sleeping with a woman after one of these parties is rather novel to begin with. Sleeping? What are we talking about exactly? Right. To put it simply, I mean that it's not meant to produce offspring, but instead only hopes to indulge in physical pleasure. It's a raw, slightly... that's enough! Oh, you don't want more of my wisdom? Yeah, you want to give us your wisdom, alright, we ain't there yet. I'm fine. The rest would only be more embarrassing. Oh god, my face must be so red now. I couldn't look at Elkcreed and buried my face against his shoulder. Huh, that's very cute, really. Normally I would carry you straight to my bed right now, but strangely I feel no such urge. I think I just love you more than either you or I can really understand. It makes me so incredibly happy to be so close to you here in the darkness and be able to feel you. And as long as you're by my side, the potential is there to be even happier. I look forward to it so much. Elkcreed. Yes? How can you say those things without blushing? I'm saying them because they don't make me blush. I have to talk about it or you probably wouldn't understand me because you don't know enough about relationships. I don't know what to say to that. If you don't know how to react, then you don't have to. And this wasn't meant to be a quid pro quo exchange. I told you before, love is free and infinite. I'm telling you because I want to. I'm giving it to you because I want to. And that alone makes me confident. And that might annoy you. It would if you had a personality like Ulrich's. I hope you can bring yourself to accept my flirtations. Elkcreed was clearly fond of me. I'd always known that. But apparently he was more serious about being in love with me than I had thought. He said it's not quid pro quo, but I can't let him bear so much and do nothing in reply. And I couldn't ignore that a part of me welcomed his overtures. I don't really know how I feel about him. Where is our relationship headed? How is all this going to end? I looked at the profile of his face as I pondered my strange connection to Elkcreed. And there we are. You could have let me down at the entrance. It isn't much further to your room. Don't worry about it. He laughed heartily as he carried me to my bed. My body sank into the sheets, and its softness immediately enveloped me. I almost fell asleep. Oh, are you okay? I sat up, mumbling that I was all right. Elkcreed sat down at the edge of the bed and reached for my feet. What are you doing? I'm taking off your shoes. You won't be able to sleep with your shoes on, and I want to take a look at whether you hurt yourself. I think I'm fine. I don't feel a lot of pain. He nodded and began to touch my bare feet. He's like, Dear God, girl, your legs are furry as shit. We shave down here. And I'm just kidding. They never talk about that in games. It'd be funny as shit, though. Well, with how different everything is between the heights and the depths, like, it'd be so funny if he's like, down here women shave, you know. Like, something else to just fuck with her mind. He's ignoring what I said after all. All he was doing was touching my feet, but it felt so embarrassing that I wanted to hide under the sheets. Yeah, because some feet can be smelly, man. Like, you've been dancing all night, your feet are probably sweaty and gross. Ugh. Why is it like this? All he's doing is checking if I'm hurt. I was uncomfortably aware of his touch, even though it was perfectly harmless. Unless he has a foot fetish, then it's not harmless. You're right. This doesn't seem that bad. I doubt you'll feel pain by tomorrow, but if you do, please tell me, and I'll send for a medical professional. Okay, thank you. I will return the favor someday. You could return it right now. Right now? Yes. And this is your room, and we're both sitting on your bed. And this is the perfect time to continue our earlier kiss. You know, he was being so princely, and then all of a sudden he's like, you know, you can return the favor. Dear God, Elkcreed. I mean, okay, just kissing you, that's one thing. But, like, it's so funny. You're like... But to her, it's like, for fuck's sake, seriously, dude? Continue? You don't want to. Did you dislike kissing me? I tensed up, unable to answer either way. Elkcreed gently pushed me back onto the bed. Oh, dear God. He took off his glasses and put them by the bedside. And tell me no if you don't want to. Otherwise, I can continue. Will this return the favor? Are you doing this because you think you have to? Or because you're like, well, this return the favor? I'm just pretending I don't want to kiss you, but I absolutely do. Like, I'm going with the latter. Yes, I'd much rather have this than a gift. If possible, I like your heart as well as your touch. Elcreed put a hand on my cheek and caressed it. Do you remember the kisses I taught you? If you don't, I can refresh your memory. This is a light kiss. You can also do it in quick succession, and... He gave me a long kiss that left me breathless. When we were done, he exhaled, and the touch of it against me made my heart pound. What did I do? You enveloped my lips with yours. Yes, kissing can be more than putting your lips on someone else's. I'd like to teach you a kiss that uses the tongue, but... I suspect that if I do that, I'll no longer be able to stop myself. I don't want to strain your injured body. We'll stop here for now. Instead, we'll talk about the meaning of a kiss. I like how he's just basically teaching us, and it's just really kind of, it should be extremely awkward, and you're like, this is an interesting way to go about kissing someone. But it's also, there's a slight, I want to take a step back from the I love him so much and just be like, there's almost a little weird, creepy factor if you think about it. Like, he's like, oh, yeah, no, you're here to protect me. Let me show you how to kiss. Let me teach you how to do it. And it's like, this is a little weird. But we're in an Otome game. She doesn't know that you can kiss outside of, like, you kiss when you get married, and then that's it, right? And then, like, she doesn't know this shit. So, like, him teaching us, I'm actually okay with it. It's a little awkward and weird, but it's Elcreed, and I fucking love him, so I find this kind of amusing. It's slightly creepy undertones, but, like, still. Because he's a flirty slut, but the meaning... Yes, it's always a display of affection, of course, and everyone may have slightly different tastes, but the meaning of a kiss can change based on the occasion. He also was like, I want to teach you how to kiss with tongue, but you kind of already did that to us the first time you kissed us. She was like, I felt something in my mouth, like, you know what I mean? At least that's the way it was phrased. Elcreed put a hand on my cheek and gently kissed me on the lips. A kiss on the lips represents love. That should be easy. A kiss on the cheek represents affection. A kiss on the ears. Huh? His breath tickled my ears. I closed my eyes and squirmed. Elcreed laughed. No. No, no. No, no, no. Fuck. Okay, hopefully that was not from this game. Anyway. A kiss on the ears represents lust. And the neck, tenacity. And the throat, desire. What do you feel? What I feel? Please tell me. If you don't, I won't know how you feel, and I won't stop kissing you. He gave me a teasing grin, then licked lightly at my neck. Good lord. I turned my face, exposing my throat, unable to resist his advance. He brushed my hair aside and planted a long kiss above my collarbone. I mean, we could stop, but I'm not going to cockblock you like that. It tickles and tingles. And does it feel so uncomfortable that you wish me to stop? I don't know. Isn't this something one should only do in a relationship? Oh, how sharp of you. Yes, some people believe that this should not be done before marriage. But you don't think so, Elcreed? No. It doesn't matter who you do it with, of course. Oh, it does matter who you do it with, of course. But if I could kiss you forever, then I would. And hopefully one day you'd approach me too. Well, I shall be going then. He put on his glasses and stood up. I held him back. Girl! What is it? Huh. If you're going to stare at me, a smile would be nicer. I leaned in and kissed him on the cheek. Affection. Good night. I love the fact that she's like, no, don't leave. And then he goes to leave and she stops him and is like, what the fuck did I just do? Like, she has no way. She's like, he's like, why are you stopping me? And she's like, I don't know. Because she's like, no, she enjoyed it, but she doesn't realize it. She's like, why did I stop him? Because you love him. I couldn't look at him any longer and dove into the sheets, still wearing all my clothes. Yes, good night. He laughed warmly and left my room. We're gonna have to stop. We're gonna get his perspective in the next part. Oh my god, I love this so much. Anyway, holy Christ, he's just fucking amazeballs. Because he's definitely a flirty little slut, but I dig it. And the fact that I do like the fact that she's like, I don't know how I feel about him, and it's kind of weird. But then he's doing this, and she doesn't realize that she enjoyed it. She stops him, and she's probably thinking what? Why did I? Wait, I don't. I liked it, and I stopped him. The fuck? I just love that. Again, she can barely hear me screaming. That's because you love him. Don't let him leave the room. But I can't run very fast, and she's got a really big brain space, is what it is. So it's gonna take me a while to get there, so that she finally hears me and just falls in love with him. Oh God, I'm exhausted. Anyway, we'll read his perspective in the next part. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.